Hi, I'm Grant Oinen. In this video, I'm going to show you how to optimize video files for the web using a program called Handbrake. I'm using version 1.6.1 currently. When I say optimize for the web, I mean have it take up as little hard drive space as possible so it's quicker to download for the user, and at the same time has high quality video. I'll show you how to make an MP4 file, and I'll also go over making a WebM file. On top of that, I'll show you how to add subtitles in 2 different languages on MP4 files. You won't really need to have the subtitles embedded into the file when it's on a website, because you'll have the subtitles in the HTML on your website, but I like to just have the subtitles also in the video itself, just in case someone downloads the video, then it'll be the complete thing and they'll be able to access the subtitles offline. So to begin, we'll click on Open Source to open a source file. I'm going to use this trailer for one of my games as an example. To begin, we'll click Web Optimized, and I'm going to leave the other 3 as is. I don't change the dimensions, I just leave it as the original. I don't use the filters. Right here is where you can select the quality. A lower number actually makes it higher quality, and a higher number actually makes it lower quality. So you can just play with that and maybe do like just a little sample clip or something, and see how it looks and how large the file ends up being, and then when you feel like you've kind of figured out where you want it, then generate the whole file and see how big it is and how quality the video looks. So just, play with the different settings. And if you have a nice fast computer, you can put it on very slow. So then this preset thing, where it goes to very slow, is it takes longer to generate the file, but it squeezes as much quality out of the video as possible without making the video bigger. Whereas if you put it to be really fast, it's going to not have as much quality for how much hard drive space it takes up. Another thing is there's this tune. If it's like a slideshow video or something, you could, sometimes I'll do a still image on the tune, but that's only if it's like a slideshow or something. And then again too, if it's like a slideshow or something, you could do like a lower frame rate, like 20 or 24. And then, if it's a game and you want it to the game is actually at 60 FPS and you want to retain that frame rate, then you can select that there. Otherwise, most live action is good at 30. And then on the audio, you can, I would set it to like this. It's just a little bit lower, but it'll help make it a little bit, take up a little less space, and it'll still sound good at 128 on the bitrate. So next I'll show you how to add the subtitles. We'll begin by clicking Add. Here I've selected the language from the drop-down list, and I've selected my file for my subtitles, which is in SRT format, and then I typed in a name for the subtitles, which could be just the language or something more specific. I'm going to click on Add again. Now here I've added my Spanish or Espanol subtitles. I gave it a name, which isn't, you don't have to give it a name, and then I selected the language and the file for my subtitles Now, to generate the file, we'll give it a name, and I usually put web at the end of the name so I know that this is the web optimized file. Select a folder you want to put it in and just click Start. Alright, next I'll show you how to make a WebM file. So we'll select WebM from the drop down list on Format there, and then there's some changes we'll need to, under the video tab, we'll need to make sure we select a video encoder that is supported by WebM. I'm going to choose VP8 because it'll have good browser support, and then we'll make sure you select the frame rate and the quality and the speed that you want, again like we did with the MP4. And then on the audio, make sure we change it to Vorbis, because again it doesn't support the same encoders on the audio same way it did with the video. And we'll select the bitrate. Vorbis has good browser support, so I'm selecting that one. And then another thing too with WebM is we need to make sure that there's no subtitles here, because Handbrake doesn't let us actually package the subtitles into the file itself on WebM. So what it'll do is burn the subtitles into the video itself, so the user can't turn them on or off, and you can't have multiple languages. So I just choose not to include them. And then we'll choose a name for a file and folder and click on Start to generate our file. And that's how you generate a web optimized MP4 file and a WebM file using Handbrake, as well as add subtitles into MP4 files. Thanks for watching.